4 more days until this happens.
I need you to breathe. There you go. Deep breaths. There you go. Very good. It's okay. It's all right.
Okay.
Okay.
As of course, it's not just high emotions that are going to be running here, but a lot of dirty tricks and psyops, as there are some individuals now saying the quiet part out loud, and that is specifically the derailment, the attacks against Donald Trump that are coming very soon. This says we have a lot of particularly really interesting disclosures here from what looks like a lot of prominent members of the current U.S. government regime that, as released from a new James O'Keefe video from OMG, are literally talking about ways of exploring to sabotage the Donald Trump presidency and to allow him not to implement any of his policies. This says already a lot of Donald Trump's policies are being implemented even before he became the president of the United States. This, as we just had a brokered peace deal with the primary help of Donald Trump, who worked with the Biden administration and worked out a hostage deal that was very hard, that was very complicated to pull off. After 15 months of hell, there finally is a ceasefire that a lot of people are celebrating. As the Times of Israel has described this situation, that this was a deal done before, quote, all hell broke loose. As a lot of news reports are coming in that it was Donald Trump that pressured and pushed Benjamin Netanyahu to agree to measures that he previously disagreed with Joe Biden that actually allowed this deal to go through. There's also red dye number 3 that was just banned, as of course a lot of people expect a lot of the horrible, awful chemicals in our food to be also banned under the future Trump administration, but some people still overwhelmingly have such Trump derangement syndrome that they are going to be doing everything they can to stop, subvert, and to stand in the way of Donald Trump's policies that the majority of Americans voted for. I don't know about you, but some people will call that a little bit undemocratic, as there's one unhinged liberal now on social media with what looks like a Space Force jacket describing a scenario where the intel agencies are going to get involved and, quote, pounce on Donald Trump and quote, save democracy. Yeah, come on, man. Obviously, the last 4 years definitely worked well for everyone, as it's pretty clear the levels of corruption within government are an absolute high, and that's why a lot of people overwhelmingly said, you know what, I'd rather have the bull in the china shop. I'd rather have Donald Trump come in there and restore some kind of order, cut all of them off, fire all of them, because the current situation that we have right now is unattainable, as clearly the American people have taken a backseat to the special interest groups that have hijacked our government. And this deranged lunatic here absolutely doesn't have a grip on reality. Just like this guy, a senior advisor, Joint Staff, Department of Defense, former special agent at the FBI with former special assistant to Hillary Clinton, that essentially came out and was discussing coup plans against President Donald Trump in yet another eye-opening undercover video from James O'Keefe with OMG Media that nailed it out of the park with yet another exclusive video that is stirring up a lot of kind of interesting conversations right now with what is going to be happening with the bureaucracy, with the intel agencies, with all the people within government that are still going to be there when Donald Trump takes office, that are directly ideologically opposed to his larger agenda and have a lot of skeletons in their closets that they don't want uncovered. Yep, simps sink ships, as of course, holy cow. I'm personally curious what happened in this kind of tank meeting. What's really happening behind the scenes is this is directly how to protect the American people from Donald Trump, as the American people overwhelmingly voted for Donald Trump. And it wouldn't surprise me if there would be more kind of underhanded, larger schemes out there against the future president of the United States that clearly has made a lot of enemies within Washington, D.C. As his first days in office will be absolutely fascinating to see, as now there's also very serious allegations against this man, this, quote, top Pentagon advisor who bragged about secretly working with generals to thwart Donald Trump, who also allegedly was caught trying to meet underage girls for some hanky-panky action that was also caught on videotaped video footage in 2021. This says there's a lot of that in the Washington, D.C. inner circles, as the Washington Post cartoonist Darren Bell was just arrested for possession of adult content with small children in it. It also does highlight how there's a lot of predators out there that really don't like Donald Trump. And I would wonder why people who have serious compromise and have conducted serious illegal actions would be afraid of Donald Trump, who has also previously talked about releasing the Epstein list, who has talked about going after human traffickers, who has talked about actually holding people accountable for some of the worst atrocious actions that a human being could commit against a small child. As it's fair to say that the belly of the beast, Washington, D.C., is filled with some of the most awful, some of the most horrible human beings on earth that are absolutely ruthless, that are absolutely evil, that commit absolutely horrible, horrific actions that you can't even fathom or imagine. And I think this is why we're seeing such a kind of scramble, as I think there's going to be some larger actions unfolding as soon as Donald Trump takes office that are going to be monumental to watch, as there's going to be a struggle for power. There always is. People don't usually acquiesce. People don't usually release power and let it go freely. There's a reason there's so many analogies with the Lord of the Rings and that frickin' little ring that grants everyone so much power and authority, as of course, once you get it, you become enthralled by it, and you want to keep on having that power over everyone else as long as you possibly can. But for some people, that power gets to their head and they start doing sick, really awful, horrible stuff. As James O'Keefe even decided to confront, once again, this top Pentagon official after this video came out, and this interaction was pretty golden, to say the least here. Yeah, it's clearly he was a little perturbed there, as he's still just an advisor. Now, imagine what's happening behind the scenes with a lot of the kind of top intel agencies, top brass of some of those larger secretive organizations that have a long, extensive record of conducting and doing some of the most illegal, awful actions against the American people with total impunity. Now, those individuals that have ran drugs, started human trafficking, literally helped up larger criminal organizations, conducted inhuman kind of experiments on unsuspecting civilians. Those are the people that are kind of sitting back and now saying, okay, whoa, what's going to happen now? As this truly will be a very telling time for the future of this, quote, democracy that some people believe is going to be protected by secretive government agencies that are going up against the will of the American people. And again, when we look at these intel agencies, they have a long track record of going against what people voted for, as they have a long, extensive history of overthrowing democratically elected governments all around the world. They pretty much have a playbook for it, especially when it comes to destabilizing countries, as it wouldn't surprise me if they would try to implement some of those policies here domestically inside of the United States. What do you think is going to be happening here? Let me know down in the comment section below. As of course, I have a very special announcement, and that is just for members of LukeUnfiltered.com. We are going to be doing a special live podcast with Zuby, just for members of LukeUnfiltered.com. For those specific details, sign up to LukeUnfiltered.com right now. It's easy. Click the link in the description. Get that mouse over. Click it right now. Go over here, and you could sign up for whatever your budget allows it. The $8 is the kind of simplest, easiest one. You click here, fill in your information. Bada bing, bada boom. You get access to our website, and we are going to have a special live stream tomorrow that is just going to be for members, where the members get to chat, the members get to call in. As of course, that's one of many offers of value just for members of LukeUnfiltered.com. So if you haven't signed up yet, what are you waiting for? As of course, your support means a lot to us during these key, crucial times where we are changing things up very dramatically in order to survive as an independent media organization. So if you've been on the fence about signing up, now's the time to do it. Sign up right now, and I will see you there right after this particular broadcast. As of course, we got a lot of really great special offers of value coming your way exclusively here on LukeUnfiltered.com. Love you guys. Stay tuned for more.